I am excited about this school year because the school might burn down. No C for me. This ninja prevents me from getting a grade lower than a C. He's not a very good ninja if I can see him. If the person refuses care, say, your loss. Walk away. What is procrastination? Chill, I'll answer this question later. A child swallows a cleaning product. Why is milk often given? To make them happy before they die. Describe what is meant by forgetting. I can't remember. Draw a sketch of the situation. If you were to meet the author today, what would you say to him? What the hell did I just read? If I were the president, the first thing I would do is wake up. I wouldn't wake up, I would stay asleep. Finish the sentence. If I had the principal's job, I would quit and get a job I'd enjoy. Investigating time and events. Draw something you do in the morning. I am pooping. Draw something you do in the evening. I am pooping. Write a question about a dinosaur. Do they poop? I don't know. I want to meet a dinosaur. Explain how you found out the missing number in exercise 1. I used my brain to solve that. These are all 3 things I do well. Math and sins. That's 2. The third one can be not answering the question. Please do not write on this page. YOLO. What is this girl's facial expression saying? She is sad. Why do you think she feels that way? Someone microwaved her hamster while she was at school. Who would do such a thing? Where have you smelled burned fat before? At the gym? In my opinion, morning is frightening because I must get up. Spheres of influence. Yeah, do it now. Do it. No, go away, spheres. Miss, I can't read the question. There's a bear in the way. In school, I think I am good at PE, science and art. I think I could do better at spilling. I was tired, okay? Come up with an equation that is true when x equals 7. X equals 7? Really? How much higher in the air is the second kite? Not that high. Not that correct. Don't know. This person doesn't know a lot, do they? At least they know their name. Is David correct or is Jen correct? David, how do you know? Because he is a boy. Where are your parents? This is what I will look like when I am 100 years old. Sup, ladies? What is the general width of a hair follicle? Not much. Name this tooth. Chompy. I have no clue, but if you write down 12 and another 12 under it, it could make a bunny. I did not know this. It works. What do we call the science of classifying living things? Racism. The diagram below best illustrates. They made their own answer. Giraffes are heartless creatures. Think of additional strategies. Way 1, use your fingers. Way 2, use your head. Use the word in a sentence. Moist. Slightly wet. You are moist. I am slightly wet. The receptionist did not know which staff were in the building when the fire alarm sounded. Start looking for a new job. Why do some researchers believe that living close to a cell phone tower might cause poor health? You might walk into it. What is a nitrate? It's much cheaper than a day rate. Is energy lost in this conversation? Yeah. Explain your answer. It gets more boring as the questions go on and on and on. I'm losing energy right now. These questions don't hold my interest. Bryson, please compare my neat, readable words with your horrible, unreadable Neanderthal cave wall scratchings. What number does this equal? A lot. Exterminate. Vocabulary word. To get rid of. Meaning, I want to exterminate my mom. The sentence. With a gun. Why do stars appear to blink? For me, they don't appear to blink. List several things you like about the sun. Shut up about the sun. Shut up about the sun. Describe yourself in 3 words. I am a rebel. Optical illusion. Me, I'm not really here. Your senses just think I am. I don't know what the answer is, so I drew you an alien. Thank you, Bert. 0? You should have given at least 1 mark. That's creativity. When should a motorist use his or her bright beams? When he wants to be an a-hole. Wizard, none shall pass. Unless I just erase you. Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune have at least 3 things in common. List them. They are all planets. They are all round. None of them have a McDonald's. How can we and our future generations destroy the environment? Cut down trees, buy chainsaws, leave lights on, leave taps on when you clean your teeth, drive cars for no reason, set fire to forests. In how much time is there until the sun expands? 2 minutes. Oh no, I am the sun. Which is bigger, 42% of 47.50? Or, I don't know. Circle the most stable chair confirmation of the 4 drawn. Less stable, most stable and comfortable, very unstable. How does insulation help conserve energy? Does that say Arctics are smelly? I don't know. How are soybeans used as a source of energy? Soybeans aren't good for anything else. My mum and me went to the park. I hung after school and I like my mum. Have you ever witnessed discrimination or oppression? At a Denny's, some kid wanted some chicken nuggets. How did the situation make you feel? Hungry? Did you do anything about it? Eat chicken nuggets. Have you ever talked to / treated someone differently because of their race? names, gender, religion. Nah, that ain't cool. Did they say anything specifically about how you were treating them? Nah, bruh. Draw a picture only using 3 squares, 2 triangles, and 1 circle. I made a blob. I don't even know what it is. Why do you think labor strikes often ended in violence? Because someone always has to take it too far. Which of the following do you think had the greatest impact on history? Potato, horse, smallpox. Explain your answer, because they're so adorable. Write which method you prefer to compare fractions. Math. Construct an accurate, full-size drawing of the rhombus. You must show all construction lines. Hello, my name is Rhombus. What did you learn about Earth Day that you did not already know? I did not know Earth Day was April 22nd. It might be useful in a trivia game. Not gonna remember that. What happens during puberty to a boy? He says goodbye to his childhood and enters adultery. Define in your own words. Make it rain. Synonyms: money. Vocabulary word: fortune. Use it in a sentence. I make it rain. Draw a picture of it. That moment when you give up on trying in your chemistry test. Hakuna Matata. I forgot how to do this. What did he use instead? The Force. You don't need to see his identification. Suggest 3 steps Paul is likely to take when selecting the best candidate for a job. You're hired, you're fired, and you're hired. My friend on his chemistry test. Top secret. Explain why phosphorus-rich chloride is polar. God made it that way. Can a man still reproduce with only 1 testicle? No, girls don't find that attractive. Nice try. Are you childish? No. Are you stupid? No. Are you paranoid? Why? Are you racist? No. Are you drunk? No. Do you do drugs? No inside, no. How is the brain like a cantaloupe? List 7 ways. It is delicious. My mother's favorite food is dad's meat. What? All about my mum. My mum is 41 or 9 years old. She likes to see our chicks. The best thing she cooks is nothing. Dad cooks. Her favorite food is strawberry dip. Her favorite thing to do to relax is sit in her chair and do nothing. Draw a picture of yourself wearing a Halloween costume and finish the sentences. Trick or treat. At Halloween, I will be a ninja. Name a solid. Poop. Name a liquid. Pee. Name a gas. Fart. Rick Astley's never gonna give you all of the above. +5. This was in a test. What schools are examining this? The best way to do a maze. Kids are too smart nowadays. Students in Miss Levin's class have a milk box with each snack. The class has 2 snacks a day. What can you tell us about the students in the class? They are hungry and thirsty. They have 2 milk boxes a day. What do you think is the effect of Dransfield's little use of punctuation in Letter to People About Pelicans? That he didn't listen in English much when he was at school. These points aren't, are, or are not linear. I would respond to Belinda by telling her to make me a sandwich. What's a sandwich? Decide how this person feels. Write a paragraph describing how it feels to have that emotion. This person is sad. He feels sad because he is lost. He will solve the problem by going to the nearest store to buy a cell phone and call 911. They will take him home. He will also say sorry to the grade 3 class for making them write about him. What the devil is all this? It's maths. Learn it. If I had a superpower, it would be flying with farts. And my superpower name would be the Amazing Fart Man. Why is farting the funniest thing as a kid? Just the noise of just such a primordial feeling. How do you think Benji got the shark tooth? From a shark? Bonus. Describe a process that can be used to create a simple door. And they pulled out a Minecraft crafting table. The teacher had no clue. What? You, if you give me a bad mark. Is this a threat? See me. This kid wants to rip the teacher in half. Please tell us about your future dream. I want to be a nurse. Nurse can study math, but I can't study math. I don't like math, so I can't be a nurse, and I don't have a dream now. Write your first and last name. And they did write your first and last name. Needs more practice. Didn't understand directions. This was his second try, but he did the same thing. Noah's trolling you. Express in simplest form, but no, not simplest, simpleton. Potato. If I had $100, I would buy 100 dinosaurs. Suppose you wanted to build a house on this land and still protect its natural resources. What could you do? How would it protect the natural resources? You can just forget about the house. Even the teacher found it funny. Detention assigned for behavior. Volunteered to be a target for a paper spear. Was hit in the face with it. Now be careful on this one. How many valence electrons does he have? 2. Why did I ask you to be careful on this one? What is the most common and correct answer? Probably 2. Haiku. 5 syllables here, 7 more syllables there. Are you happy now? Dr. Allen comes to rest in the pool. Calculate the average power due to the force of the water in stopping her. Power 9,000. Draw, trace, and write. This is my mother, and this is my father. Fart. Can you think of more? No, those are the only F words I know. Convert the following though. Nah, here's a shark instead. Shark attack. Here is an opinion question. Do you like waking up in the morning to come to school? I I don't think they do. No. What would that look like as a Roman numeral? No idea. We are never going to use Roman numerals outside of the Super Bowl. Ha, that's not the point. Measure this fish with tiles. How long is it? 6 inches. Kim measured this fish with tiles. She said that it was 4 tiles long. Can Kim be right? No. How do you know? I measured it correctly. The formula is given by the equation. Find the value of b, and they just circled b equals 4. That is the value of b. My name is Charlotte. I am 2.5 years old. People who are important to me are my family. Some of my favorite things are Minions, baby dolls, the Rebel Alliance. I don't like Grandpa Joe. What is the definition of PEMDAS? Please excuse my dope ass swag. This looks like a frog. It does. This is great. I love teachers who can take a joke and just have fun. What did you learn? Nothing. Sorry to hear that. Draw conclusions. Why did this person and other people think this person's workings were works of the devil? Because with all that human sacrifice, people just make assumptions. Sketch showing all essential features. No idea. Still, no idea. Mike is a slow runner. He runs very reed. Tom is a complete dancer. He dances well. Daniel is a bad singer. He sings reed. Okay, I notice a pattern. Write a repeated addition sentence to show how many. Farting. Illustrate a detailed, complete accounting cycle to this point in the course. Bicycle, accounting cycle. Teacher, a crazy man is saying he will kill bunnies if I got bad marks. Listen to him. He is not joking. He already killed Billy. Billy escaped without injury. If this is the answer, what is the question? Please write. When I grow up, I want to be a baby doctor that sells babies to their mother. Why do you want that as a job? What is a Monopoly? A board game? Yeah, I mean, they're right. I'll be famous one day, but for now I'm stuck in 2nd grade with a bunch of morons. Yes, that rainbow has helped a lot. If something is wrong, I hope this rainbow will make it out for you. Discuss these, nah, I ain't discussing no statistics, fool. Name this plane figure. Why not trapezoidberg? Outline the role of the hormone ADH. Your mom, lol. I am traveling at 100 feet a second in a car and the speed limit is 65 miles per hour. Am I speeding? Look at the speedometer. The great space whale. Went far enough into space and you'd find stuff like this. Massive creatures just floating, living. A star in the sky suddenly brightens to many times its original brightness and then fades gradually over the next several years. Hypothesize what happened in terms of a star's life cycle. It just had a hot flash and is probably going through menopause. Explain the reason why people should be concerned. Global warming, bruh. Explain your answer. The calculate probability of getting this answer correct was 50%. Good enough. F in English. Write a sentence with an example of irony. When I put my clothes in the wash, my mum brings them back to me all irony. Do you understand? Explain how you solved exercise 2. Unicorns helped me. Can't refute that. Where was Hadrian's wall built? Around Hadrian's garden. Explain why these polygons must be regular octagons. Polygons are not octagons. Octagons have 8 sides, stupid. You should know. You're a math person. What is one great advantage that sexual reproduction has over asexual reproduction? It feels good. Horse, horse. I am a horse. That is a horse. And pooping. I know what a horse is, but I don't know what a horse is. I know one horse. Use words or number sentence to explain how you found your answers. I thinked. Complete the number sentence. Show your thinking. 53 plus 25 equals 78. Oh look, you see? Their brain is thinking and then, oh, they have a thought. I see the thinking. 4 marks. Kahi was running around yelling, seal of command fades. I fast seal of command. I cast holy shock. He then punched a boy in his mouth and yelled, hammer of justice. Opposites. Death, live. Pro, noob. You are out for pizza and wish to impress your date with your vast amounts of biological knowledge. You decide to tell her that the fungal mushroom on your pizza shares a compound with the common cockroach that increases its rigidity. What would you be telling your date? I would rather have a 2nd date so nothing is said. A train is blowing its whistle while traveling at a speed blah 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 blah. Observer A is directly in front of the train, while observer B is directly behind it. Find the formula there. Observer A is dead, and they calculated observer B. Rest in peace, observer A. Upon ascending the throne, the first thing Queen Elizabeth II did was to sit down. You see she's getting angry. You felt that feeling too. Describe a time when you felt really angry. When I found this homework in my backpack. What did you do? Did it? Making judgments. Do you think it's ethical to clone humans? Why? It is unethical to clone humans. Cloning has been proven to be a bad idea in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and The Clone Wars, both of which received mediocre at best ratings, and are disappointments to the Star Wars franchise. Science question. Why does CO2 put out fire? Description of your experiment plan. CO2 puts out fire. Any safety issues or unique display requirements? That it's going to be on fire. I can understand the rules of this science fair. My dad, the guitar, someone can play, well is. My dad is the guitar who can play someone. This name sounded like memes. What the hell? A kid knows? Shark. To bite or not to bite. Name the founders of Apple and how did it get its name? Steve Jobs. Apple got its name because one day Steve Jobs was walking down a forest and found a tree that had magical powers. And an apple from the tree hit his head and gave him the power to make anything he holds to look awesome. So this is why people love apples, because Steve Jobs makes their products look attractive. Yeah. Very creative. Dancing Lion agrees. Curse you, banana. I got bored, so I drew a banana. I got really bored, so I drew a peeled banana. Then a half-eaten banana. Then just the peel. I was presenting something in English the other day, and this kid started snickering and laughing at me, so I just stopped in the middle of talking and stared at him with the most evil look ever, and +1 for dirty look at Winston. You have been asked to create the voices for an internet cartoon. The director wants it to sound like a brainy scientist that went back in time to caveman days. Describe what kind of deep voice, like Vader, in Star Trek. What? Vader in Star Trek. What have you been watching? Comments. After a student said, "Can it be that big?" his comment was, "That's what she said." These inappropriate comments are made too often. Teachers have read it. What's the funniest answer you've gotten from a student that technically wasn't wrong? Teacher. What do you think the biggest problem is with the world? 5th grade student. Other people. Speechless. Why are you late? The bell went off before I got here. How many people died during World War II? At least 7. I wish I were back in Texas. The ocean's no place for a squirrel. Hey Patrick, what the hell are you? Where's my clarinet? Hooray for fossils. How's it go? No, don't say that. No. They said a word which begins with N and ends with A. Draw red blood cells. Okay, this is definitely a weeb. And draw a human body. Meet my hero, steak. It makes me calm and is my favorite food. I only like well. Well done? Oh no, eating rubber. I used to like well done as a kid. I can't even talk. I do not know the answer. I must apologize. But it is 2:18 a.m. and I should close my eyes. No more chemistry tonight. It's time to go to bed. I do not have your answer, but marks for this instead. Despite your awesome poem and the fact that it made me laugh, I really can't give bonus marks. Well, maybe just a half. In future, make sure you listen, because I went through this in class. When students don't pay attention, well, it really does suck at. Teachers say that. 2 students, James and John, were given a grammar test by their teacher. The question was, is it better to use had or had in this example sentence? The teacher collected the tests, looked over at their answers. James, well, John had a better effect on the teacher. Welcome to the English language. Holy brain hurt.